Looking at Vicious right now, who's 0-3 on the event. And they are about to take on the Los Angeles Ironmen here. Looking at Brian Bortle, who's actually, Shane Colby struggling. From Brian Bortle, he's really been stepping up for them, man. So here we go on the breakout. Shane Colby coming this way towards the snake. And it's all about that snake, man. It's a race to that side. And they were able to effectively shoot Alex Goldman. And I know that Todd and the rest of Vicious scouted the Ironmen out. They watched all their games. And they know that Alex Goldman is going to be just pushing as hard as he can down this side. And it's going to have to be a blow-for-blow game here. Shane Colby is able to get in the snake now that Goldman's gone. And there's no one over here. And Marcelo Margot is trying to control Shane Colby from that stand-up right there. Way on the right-hand side, you can barely see Marcelo Margot. And there's the lineup for Vicious. They look real good right now here in the snake.
Yeah, and they're evened up. I mean, getting Alex Goldman out of that snake is very productive towards their common goal. Now all they do is worry about Marcelo Margot, but that's going to be taken care of right now as he takes a shot from the snake. I think that was Brian Bortle. And there goes Alex Rodriguez as well.
So Shane Colby needed a game like that to get his moxie back, you know?
Great call, Rab, absolutely. And now Shane Colby is just in the snake right now, feasting on the Los Angeles Ironmen. And Brian Bortle got that kill off the break.
Oh,
Brian Bortle's got a 3-pack right now. Brian Bortle shot Alex Rodriguez. And, so nice work by the combined might of Shane Colby and Brian Bortle here to win this first point. Zach Sherman got one, too. So nice work here as Omaha Vicious is going to take this first point.
And that's, after how they've been playing, that's the point they needed right there, just to get that little confidence back. And, hey, we can still play, guys. Let's do this. And we're playing for relegation, so let's try to get a win and take that into tomorrow.
Well, we'll be right back after this. Stick around.
This isn't just a field. This is my home. This isn't just a team. This is my family. This isn't just a sport. This is a way of life. This isn't just a league. This is the MSXL.
Let's check out the game matchup between these two teams. Got to have, just on how the teams are playing here at this event. The Vicious, though, this year has done better than the Ironmen coming into this event. And the fact that they did take second at the event in Dallas to open the season, you still, regardless of how Vicious is doing, that's in them somewhere.
Yeah.
And it is there. And the Ironmen, up until now, they're finally starting to show a lot of growth in that roster, getting those young guys playing well. Their vets are playing awesome right now. So, on paper, it was kind of tough coming in here into this event to pick it. But right this second, I got to give the advantage to the Ironmen. But because Vicious is 0-3 right now. But again, they took second, and it was a good game too against Infamous in Dallas.
They know what they need to do. They just got to do it, man.
Yeah.
They're just making mistake after mistake after match since then. So
and Rab, now that Vicious is a legit pro team now. They really are, and they proved it in Dallas. And so that's why it's just kind of frustrating to see them have the event that they've had so far. So hopefully they pick it up, beat the Ironmen here, win for pride, but they are going to be playing a relegation match tomorrow morning.
And one player of each team coming off both on the same
snake
spot.
side, so sorry to interrupt you.
Hey, but Chris, Vicious is doing a really good job of shooting that first snake player.
Yes, real good job.
Oh, and Bortle tries to go in and gets hit right dead in the goggles. So Ironman moving down the snake side.
Daniel Bear on your screen right there. I mean, he's been playing really good. He impressed me today, actually.
They're just getting consistent play out of him, and that's what you ask for, man, as a coach.
Here comes Parker Rosenthal.
Does he make it? And he does make it out there. So here comes Vicious.
Oh, looks like he's hitting
Ironman and Vicious moving that Dorito side.
He's some of that smudge on the top of his loader, but I'm assuming he's just rubbed from the bunker. But Daniel Bear, bottom of your screen, has a good crossfield shot. All the way down.
Oh, look at that. Vicious takes out two players over there.
Two of them.
Yeah, but here comes Daniel Ibarra. Oh, and he got clipped too.
He didn't know the guy was in the corner.
So it's a one-on-one now.
He didn't know that.
No, it's a 2-on-1.
2-on-1.
He didn't know Parker Rosendahl filled that corner.
It's Nate Schrader, Zach Sherman left alive against Marcelo Margot. So let's see if Marcelo Margot can pull one off here against his buddy and smack-talking friend, Nate Schrader. I did a podcast actually with Nate Schrader and Marcelo Margot together before this event, and they were setting the stage essentially for the game we're watching right now. And
there they go.
So
Yeah.
Nate Schrader in the back corner bunker on the D side, and he's talking it up right now with Zach Sherman. And I think what they're trying to do, but it's Marcelo is going back, and he went to this next bunker. So that's kind of give Vicious a different look. So right now they're trying to count the bodies. And now Marcelo digs out to the back corner bunker. I think he might have got clipped.
Nah.
Make it out alive. He did. So Marcelo's been playing. He's played 3 different bunkers in the past 45 seconds.
Hey, it's keeping them on their toes, and now it looks like Vicious is starting to move down the snake side here and try to see if they can pinch him.
Nate needs to get down the D side. Nate needs to start working down the D side. I mean, he's literally as far away from Marcelo as you possibly can get.
And here he heard you. He comes. Here he comes.
Oh, he was squeegeing his gun. That's what he was doing. So that's what was taking him some time. So now Nate getting in it all the way to the center. And I tell you what, Nate wants nothing more than to win this game. I mean, he said it in the breakdown. We actually had Nate on the breakdown too, and he was like, he's like, what did he say? He said, I'm going to Chicago to do 2 things. I can't remember what the first thing was, but the second thing was beat the Ironmen.
Oh, and he gets taken out.
So Nate Schrader dropping the ball, getting shot by his buddy Marcelo Margot, and that is going to instigate a bunch of smack talk at the end of this event, regardless of what happens. But right now we got a one-on-one battle between Zach Sherman and Marcelo Margot.
It looks like he's squeegeing his gun out. He's having some issues as well. So again, it's like Chris said earlier, weather starts changing how everything plays out, right, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many variables.
Well, paintball is more of an art than a science.
I mean,
and
you got to make sure your barrels are mic'd right, your loader's working. Guys, sometimes they don't even change their batteries.
But let's look at this. Okay, I think Marcelo Margot's out of paint. I think Parker Rosenthal broke balls in his loader, which inadvertently will make every other ball wet, which means you can't shoot straight.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a kind of a...
Look at me, he's trying to clean that out.
Yeah, and so, I mean, if you get a shot of Marcelo, you can kind of see how he has no, because I know he's looking on the ground.
He was looking on the ground?
Yeah, that's Marcelo's head anyway. And he's going to go to another bunker looking for a pod that he might have dropped, because I guarantee he's out of paint. Yeah, it's all you see is backs and flaps right there, and that's never a good thing. So, but Marcelo Margot's a really, really good shot.
He's a great shot.
Parker Rosenthal also no slouch. But if he has paint in his loader, that's going to make it twice as hard on him. And Marcelo's also squeegeeing. So, you know, that's nothing you can really control. It's not always in your control.
Yeah, I mean, these teams, they know how this works. They've been here before. They do everything they can, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's just tough when you're diving around in a mud bog and the rain's been hitting. So now Marcelo's going to squeegee again.
And actually, Parker's out of paint too. They're both out of paint, both squeegeeing.
14 minutes left in this match.
Maybe you should just go up and talk to each other and do a foot race.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is before that storm hits us, this is starting to suck some time off the clock.
And since the red's moving towards us, I'm not too against it.
I'm not too against the clock running right now.
Yeah, neither am I.
So, but I mean, how crucial is this point? I mean, Vicious is up 1. Parker, he might just. That's Zach Sherman. I'm so sorry. That's Zachary Sherman using Parker Rosenthal's loader.
Yeah.
And I'm just blind.
So Zach Sherman is now he's like, well, I got to get closer. So he's going to come. Oh, he almost caught him. He almost caught Marcelo. Oh, wow. So Zach Sherman actually had the drop on Marcelo, but I don't think he had any paint left.
He ran out. I think he tried the last few balls he shot at him, he just missed.
So, that was a great job actually by Zach Sherman given the conditions, and he did get the drop on Marcelo. And if he had paint, he probably would have shot him and won it.
But here's the question. You're up 1-0. Do you have to do that?
No, I don't think you had to.
You don't have to do that, man. You're up 1-0. And
that's probably what Todd's going to tell him, too.
Yeah, no, I agree. You are right. This game brought to you by Planet Eclipse. And, again, tomorrow during the lunch break, we're going to have episode 1 of the new season of the roster featuring the charismatic Chicago Aftershock. Let's check out these field lineups here for these 2 teams. Ironmen, Shane Pastana, Chris Catt, Brandon Cornell, Eric Humphreys, Alex Rodriguez, Mike Paxson, John Colkman, Marcelo Margot, and Alex Goldman. And then on the flip side, Shane Colby, Parker Rosenthal, Brian Bortle. Bortle playing really well for him here in not a great event for them. Sauceman, Trevor Reeser, Alexander Borromeo, Nate Schrader, and Zach Sherman, who, like we said, man, could have won that one-on-one if he had some paint left, but just didn't have any left.
And now Nate Schrader has to take that back to Cali.
Yeah, so yeah, he does. Yeah, Nate got shot by Marcelo. He's never going to hear the end of that one. So look at this replay here.
This game is not over yet. Oh, look at that. See? Ringing around the rosy, but he was just out of paint, man. He did have the drop on him.
Yeah, so there it was. Actually, did Sherman
No,
get
actually,
shot
you know what?
before that?
He did.
I
He
think
did shoot him.
Okay, so he actually didn't get the drop on
Okay,
Marcelo.
I see.
So I think Marcelo shot him right there.
Yes.
Yeah, because he did. So take that back. Marcelo was able to do it. There's the coach. And our co-host up here for PBA, Todd Martinez, owner of Raza Paintball. Also a big supporter of PBA's efforts. So right now we got just 10 seconds to go before the start of this next point. And let's see if, who's going to win this one, man. It's all tied up at 1 apiece. 13:26 to go.
Let's see if Alex Goldman, nope, he's going to pull up short, and he gets hit. So they're putting some paint on this side. They take out 2 Ironman players. So
yeah, 2
bodies.
bodies.
Teams are now figuring out how to find a way to keep Alex Goldman on the snake, and that's big because he's just been tearing people up when he gets in there.
Now Shane Colby making his move up into snake 2. And not looking good for the Ironman over here. Snake side, Colby in good position. Trying to get that crossfield shot. He's going to back up in the mud a little bit. And backing him up, Brian Bortle playing real consistent right now for Omaha Vicious. And looks like Shane Pastana getting over here on the snake side. He's the only body this way, though. He's got to be careful. He's getting pitched out from that D side. And here comes Vicious, and it looks like they're going to take out Shane Pastana. So Shane's going to catch a couple extra, trying to get out of here. And here comes Shane Colby, 2-1. Wind is picking up now. It's starting to get a little darker. Brian Bortle trying to drop the hammer. And it looks like the point is going to go to Vicious. So Vicious is going to take a 1-point lead as they put 2 points on the board. 12 minutes and probably, well, it depends on how fast Colby wants to walk this one in. Let's check out this breakout comparison. There's Alex Goldman right there with the orange I-4s. And as he gets out, it looks like, he got shot on his first engagement. That's disappointing. And they also lost another body right behind him. I believe that was Fernandez. So Fernandez, one of the rookies for that team. And look at this, though. 4 guns up, risking just 1 wide on the D side. Well, they also sent Colby wide on the snake side, but he did have his gun up before he started his slide. Looks like he might have got bounced too, Rab.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there was.
He's like, hey, check me. I'm not trying to get.
And he's
penalties.
clean, and he ended up getting it done. So 2-1 is the score. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Looking at the Ironman on your screen, down by 1 here against Omaha Vicious. We are 15 seconds away from the start of this next point. And they send out their second snake line, Daniel Ibarra and Toe Camel, but they keep Alex Goldman in too. So this is the fast line for the Ironman over here. Ooh, a quick little audible there for Toke, showing him a different look. Toke stays in the pocket. Here comes Alex Goldman on the run out, and I think he got in there clean, Chris.
Yeah, he actually did. Surprisingly, he was dip, ducking, and diving and sliding.
Did the Vicious make the snake corner, Chris?
They did make a snake corner. Actually,
All
he
right.
got bounced going out there, but they are all 5 alive right now, 5 on 5. You see Alex Goldman going to work in the spot that he knows best.
So with about 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go here, Ironman in much better field position. Snake side as they have Alex Goldman. They got a body behind him. Toe Camel's also in there live too.
You got Brian Bortle on your screen right there, trying to shoot down the snake, containing Alex Goldman, and also the back corner for the Ironman. But doubled up in that can right there, Steve. That kind of, oh, never mind. Not anymore.
Yep, and that was a little bit too long. He needed to get a little
yes,
bit earlier.
I was just going to say that. We got Todd Martinez on the right side here on the split screen. Brian Bortle looking to get in the snake, but it's kind of too hard. It's going to be a little hard for him to do that with Alex Goldman the way he is right now.
Yeah, because Alex definitely has the line on him right now. So.
And there's Alex Goldman shooting the pocket cross field.
But Vicious starts moving down that Dorito side, and that could change the way Alex Goldman has to pay attention. Here we go. He's moving up.
That's a great call. Oh, he just got clipped, though. He got clipped moving up there.
So that's out the door. And with Alex Goldman,
forget that, too.
Yep.
So that's Trevor Reeser and Parker Rosenthal dead for Omaha Vicious. And Chris Catt off the field for the Ironmen. 4-on-3 is the body count.
There goes number 1, Zach Sherman taking the walk. I think that was from the inside. That was Alex Goldman. So only 2 players left alive now, Brian Bartle and Nick Schroeder. Crossfield, crossing up. Kind of hard to do, like you said, Matty. You can't really do it on this field.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really consistently count on crossing it up. That's not how you win these games. We know that now. All the teams know it. No one's trying to do it anymore. You have to do it sometimes when you start losing bodies, and that is the position Omaha Vicious finds himself in right now with just Nate Schrader left alive. You know, he gets taken out, and so does Brian Bortle. So another pretty quick one here for the Los Angeles Ironmen as the time ticking off past the 10-minute mark. We're halfway through this game, and it's going to be 3-1 in favor of the LA Ironmen here.
Ironman playing well. I think it might be 2-2.
It is 2-2.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2-2.
9:43 left, and the wind is picking up.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel that cold air starting to be pushed over this way.
That low pressure system starting to hit here. There's a little gap in it. I hope that's the gap that we get.
Boxes here,
thread the
these
needle.
boxes to the left and down here south of us, those are tornadoes, just so you know.
Thread the needle. Thread the needle, baby.
Really?
So keep them south.
Thread the needle.
Jesus Christ. All right, so 2-2 tied up. 9:43. Tell you, if tornado hits,
I'm running.
I'm getting into that.
I don't think you have to run.
I'm hiding under Chris's hair.
Hold on, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back, and thank you for accessing awesome paintball gear from RazaLife.com.
Yeah, you know, Raza believes in creating something for absolutely everyone. You can customize any Raza jersey or have your own custom jersey designed just for you.
Wow, Raza sure makes it easy to represent who you are and where you're from with custom jerseys, pants, and much more.
You really can get in on the action and feast on all Raza has to offer by calling right away.
So the story of the year right now is how Raza can really bring out the style your team is looking for. Thanks for checking out RazaLife.com. Come right back after watching this tournament.
So here we go as the weather is starting to bear down upon us. Tie game right now, 2-2. 9 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Starting line for these two teams out. Right now, it's Parker Rosenthal, Zach Sherman, Trevor Reeser, Shane Colby, and Matt Sossman from Omaha Vicious. Los Angeles Ironmen, Toe Camel, Alex Rodriguez, Mike Paxton, Marcelo Margot, and Brandon Cornell. So on the breakout here. About to see this breakout.
Oh, and Vicious loses center player immediately. It looks like Parker Rosenthal and Alex Rodriguez are both walking off now, and Zachary Sherman. So Vicious is down 2 with Alex Rodriguez with Ironman out as well. So it's 4-on-3, and Mike Paxton is walking, and so is Marcelo Margot.
Yeah, and looks like, who's that in the snake right now? Toe Camel for the Ironman. Nice work. Toe Camel's going to try to wrap around here and get a shot cross field, and he's going to do it. So Ironman's starting to put points on the board here. I'm sorry, trying to put another point on the board here. And looks like a penalty that was on Mike Paxton, got a minor penalty.
And I don't know why Todd's not hitting that horn as I say that. He hits the horn,
So 3-2 is the score. 9 minutes to go. So yeah, Mike Paxton getting out there, getting a spin. He's got 2 confirmed here in this matchup. And the Ironmen taking a slight lead. Still one more game to play. Hopefully we're going to be able to get it in here. We might have to take a weather break again, depending on
it looks like
what fate has for us.
If it comes in, it's going to be out of here pretty quick.
Yeah, but so there was the replay right there. Toe Camel on that nice shot. And look at it from the flip side. Comes over the top. Boom! Dots the eye of Shane Colby. And then starts moving forward, and the rain has started to fall here. So Hopefully this is going to be the extent of it. Well, got about 1 minute to go before the start of this next point.
Right.
Players spilling on the field.
Yeah, I was out there and I was using the restroom real quick, and I was like, "What was that?" Oh no, it was Shin. And unfortunately for us, this is not one of those ones that's long and skinny. It's huge.
A little thicker.
It's huge. It's humongous.
Well, there is a little break right there in between the cells. I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen.
We could just keep this right here.
It's
I'll
just-
take this.
I'll take this.
I'll take
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely.
We again, guys out there, if you're listening, we're trying to do everything we can to keep the show running. The show must go on. But when lightning comes, we got to go.
Yeah.
Just for the safety of all the players and everyone involved.
And I got things to do.
Yeah, but rain we could play through. Rain. I mean, we've played entire events for days straight, straight through a constant rain
that's for
before.
sure.
We can play through this. And like you said, it looks like a little gap. We might get lucky here.
We might actually get lucky.
If we can get a 9-point game right now and go right into the next.
That would be fantastic.
Well, that's not for us to decide, boys. Neither is the rain. So we are just here letting fate play itself out.
Here we go.
On the breakout. Split
Ironman,
screen, Vicious on
Ironman
your
down.
right, Ironman on your left. Look at this. Getting how many people are leaving? That's
Oh,
major
red flag.
penalty.
And
Oh,
that-
wow. Jonathan Kolkman.
That's 2 penalties now.
So now there's 2 in the box. One's a major. Minor's going to come off in 17 seconds. But here comes Vicious.
You got to pay
trying
attention to that box, though. 10 seconds left in this penalty.
And he needs to run that in if he's going to try to keep him in there. 2 players to start off the next point.
So Sauceman hangs the flag. And, yeah, 2 penalties. Looks like only 5 seconds left on one. And if that's the minor, it's going to come off. But 1 minute and 43 seconds on the major penalty. Vicious tying it up, though. As long as the hang is clean, it's going to be a 3-3 game.
God, what a good game. But
This is a good game. So with 8 minutes, 29 seconds to go. We're going to be right back after this.
Are you ready for an explosion of paintball videos? Then stay tuned to paintballaccess.com because the CXBL is back for their 10th anniversary season. Catch all the best pro talent north of the border as teams battle it out in full X-Ball matches. Paintballaccess.com. On the field, in the pits, behind the scenes.
So let's check out the event. PBA overall rating leaders. Archie Montemayor sitting in first. And then and that's really helping secure his spot as the Top Gun leader. He's been the leader through 2 events. And then we have Marcelo Margot coming in second, Ryan Greenspan third, Dave Baines, who's always ranked pretty high, same with Jason Edwards. So a lot of familiar faces up there in the overall ranking leaders trying to fight for that PBA Top Gun title. 2012, it went to Alexander Bernikoff. For at the time, Moscow Religion now plays with Art Chaos. And then last year, it was Oliver Lang winning that title. So Marcelo Margot has been up there both years. And Archie been also pretty high too. But to see him consistently this year be at the top. And it looks like a timeout has been called. Shane apparently not knowing the weather coming this way. So let's check in here with, I think Lauren Kelly actually has Shane Pastana.
Hey guys, I am down here with Shane Pastana on the sidelines. We have an Ironman timeout. You're going to be going into this point with 1 body down. You did have 2 bodies down in the point before. Obviously, that's a huge disadvantage. So what can you guys do to make sure that you control that point even though you have a body down?
I mean, right now, the weather's getting nasty, and it's kind of crazy. Penalties are killing us. I mean, for us, 4 guys, we're going to run, and we're going to just try to get into our bunkers and survive it. And it's kind of crazy out there right now with this weather, the way it's changing on us. So run and survive. I guess that's the plan.
So would you say with the weather conditions and the field layout as it is, it's a safer bet for you to run to your bunkers, stay safe, and just stay in your bunkers tight until you can run out that clock, or you want to try to win that point regardless?
Oh, we always try to win the point no matter what. We're gonna attack them and try to get in the snake because it's probably the most powerful bunker on the field, and then try to get wide on the Cerrito side and go down it once we get a couple Gs.
Is there one spot in the snake specifically that is the best spot to be at, where you have the most vision of the field and can really get those kills?
Well, the way Mouse is playing, it's their snake, to be honest with you. He's a beast this weekend, so it's pretty cool to watch.
All right, thank you, Shane, so much.
One last thing. Hi, honey. Hi, Rachel.
I knew we needed to do that. Back to you guys.
So looking at Chris Cat on your screen there from the Los Angeles Ironmen getting ready for the downpour. Hopefully it does not come. Just trying to keep those goggles dry. And the goggles are vented to allow air to flow through so they don't fog up. But when it starts raining, it's kind of tough. You can definitely tell who plays the snake for Vicious, Brian Bortle and Shane Colby, as they are completely covered in mud. And there's Matt Sossman, clean upper body. And yeah, it's kind of like baseball players. When a guy gets up to bat and he's covered in dirt, he was on base, and or at least trying to get on base. So Shane Colby is completely soaked through, ready to roll again. I mean, goggles are caked with mud too.
Just getting it done, doing whatever he has to do this game.
Whatever you got to do. It's darkening up a little bit here, and now on the breakout, looks like the Ironmen lose a body. Marcelo Margot coming off. And then Alex Rodriguez dives in the puddle to make it under the D side. He makes it out alive. Here comes Shane Colby. Shane Colby going to try to put a point on the board here to try to take this lead. The score is 3-3 right now. Still 125 on that penalty. One coming off for the Ironman off the break. I'm sorry, two bodies off for the Ironman. Bortle has walked off early for Vicious.
You got 15 seconds left.
Shane Colby.
Penalty.
No, minute and 15.
The clock just is doing some crazy things due to weather.
Yeah.
And here we go. You got Shane Colby coming up the snake for Omaha Vicious, making a nice move. But in the center, look at them trying to make the full court press, Steve.
And you need to try to do that here. It's keep the pressure on and don't go by yourself.
That Zach Sherman is in the corner. I mean, Zach Sherman trying to get the cross shot on the field. But they got a corner, and Dorito won for the Ironmen. He's getting pinched out really, really bad right there. I'm looking for Zach Sherman to kind of walk by, or Shane Colby to kind of take the advantage and dip through that.
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to find a way and really, really, there he goes. As we say that. Oh, did he take one to the head?
Probably. No, he dipped in there.
No, it bounced.
No, but now he's in a better position. Now he can actually get a good shot across the field on the Dorito one.
Well, Chris Vicious is using this power play very well.
Yes.
But can they shoot Chris Cat coming out the box in 10 seconds? I think they're going to be able to do it. They're in good spots to do it.
But who are they going to lose doing it? Is the question.
Well, now they're pushing forward. They got to keep in mind he's going to come out that box. Chris Cat loses his head wrap, and here he comes. And he is just going to get obliterated. They're not even going to let him out.
And he didn't bother to come out, so.
Yeah, when the time ran off, he didn't even make a move.
And if you
look
feel
at Zach Sherman putting a beating on the last player left alive. So here comes Omaha Vicious, going to take that lead. Again, Omaha Vicious nothing to lose at this point. They're going to be playing in a relegation match. And now they're going to go up 4-3 in this game here. 6 minutes, and it looks like 17 seconds to go. We'll see probably about 6:10-ish left in this match once that flag gets hung by Matt Sossman. And Matt Sossman right now has 5 confirmed kills, 2 for Nate Schrader, 4 for Brian Bortle, 6 for Zach Sherman, and 3 for Shane Colby. On the flip side, Alex Rodriguez had 3, and the Ironmen are spreading around a little bit. This is a close game, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're in the penalty box like Chris Cat was, and you do fail to come out at your time, you're eliminated anyway. So in his defense, he was going to get blown to pieces. No reason to come out getting blown to pieces, and you have to get all cleaned up again. So let's take a look at this replay, Steve.
Here we go.
It's
just like, oh man, I'm gonna have to take it.
Oh God,
right
Sherman is putting it on him. Look at the intensity and anger of the Sherman right now. But Toe Camel tucked in, so Sherman had to come all the way around to put it on him, and just taps out Toe Camel.
Yeah, I definitely don't condone stuff like that. Safety issues.
I have a picture on my Instagram of Toe Camel after he did the. I think it was the Silver Surfer for the Ironman. He missed a flight, so he had to run the entire circle of a regulation paintball field while all 10 Ironman guys stood in the center and shot him, just wearing board shorts. It took I counted just on his
goggles,
and goggles, of course, but just on his torso alone, he had just his torso. So from waist up, 115 hits.
Wow.
Mike Paxton must have had a field day with that.
Again, do not do that at home.
If I was late, I would have
Parental advisory.
paid the dues, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I'll pay whatever I got to pay. All right, so this is the event fantasy score leaders. Archie Montemayor. Hope you got him on your. Yeah, I'm just dominating my league right now. Ryan Moorhead. I think I don't have Archie, but I have Ryan Moorhead, Greg Sewers, Marcelo Margot, Alex Goldman, all dominating the fantasy points right now. So hopefully you guys had picked them in your leagues. And look at the kill count for all those guys. Archie Montemayor, 45. They have to play, though, unfortunately for Archie and the rest of the crew from X Factor, they have to play in a relegation game tomorrow morning. Heat and Ryan Moore, the rest of those boys, they actually made it through, man. They're playing in the semis.
They're playing good, man. They came back out of challengers, back into champions, and making it to the top 4. So congratulations to those guys. And I think ref is screaming that Alex Goldman's possibly it, and here comes a penalty on Alex Goldman. And he takes Marcelo Magat, and he's not happy about that.
And so
here comes Vicious down the snake side, knowing that they just took out the complete Ironman snake side, and here they go.
So Shane Colby diving into the muck, moving forward from the eye in the sky right now. And that's why the snake, from the eye in the sky, you can see why the snake is so important. It runs the length of the field. And if you win that fight, that means that you can emerge on your opponent's side of the field and start shooting people in the back. So Brian Bortle hangs it up. And now 2 points away from taking their first victory of the tournament is Omaha Vicious, and which would be a great moral victory for them because the Ironmen look awesome at this event. Excuse me. It definitely helps that Alex Coleman got that penalty. We're going to be right back after this. Stick around.
Being confident on the field is key in being successful. Every snapshot, every lane, every gun battle, it all matters. Having equipment that allows me to play confident in the best of my abilities is huge. The spacing and texture of the Vanquish grips are ideal for handling in every situation. It's a soft shooting, hit every shot you take kind of marker. My name is Drew Templeton. I play for Team Infamous, and the Vanquish takes my game to another level.
In the pits right now with the Los Angeles Ironman team that is down by 2 against Omaha Vicious. There's Marcelo Margot, the hero of the last point of the last game where they played Chicago Aftershock and won barely by 1.2 seconds left.
Yeah, that was a great game. He came out of the box and played that textbook drill. That's exactly what that was.
Also remember to sign up for the next event. Go to pspevents.com, get your team into the fight. And it's going to be a great one. I'm happy it's in Southern California. Riverside in August doesn't see too much rain. It's going to be hot, though. So
I'll take the heat, no rain.
Yeah, we're saying that now,
plus,
but wait till we get
yeah, I'll take the plush grass.
I don't say anything anymore.
What?
Well, let's think about Dallas. In Dallas, we were freezing.
Freezing?
Up there.
Oh, man.
Right? Freezing.
We were freezing in Dallas. It
heat.
rained before MAO to turn the field into a mud, but it is what it is, guys.
Yeah.
You know, people say things out there. It's like, oh, well,
you deal with it.
Why would you go here in the rain? Guys, we've been coming to Chicago for this tournament since I started playing paintball 20 years ago, okay? So, you know, sometimes it rains, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not.
Yep.
You know, welcome to living on planet Earth, everybody. You know?
It looks like Jonathan Kolkman gets hit for the Ironman. He's walking off, and it looks like another Ironman is eliminated. No, is he? Nope, he's in. So ref
Ironman
called him clean. So
just having a rough time. You know, actually, Omaha Vicious is shooting really, really good lanes right now.
Omaha Vicious is definitely shooting good lanes. They have done a good job at neutralizing Alex Goldman over here on the snake side. In fact, I would say that out of every team the Ironmen have played, Vicious is doing the best job at neutralizing the weapons.
Yeah, because right now he's like you said, they've contained him. That's what you need to do because this guy has just been terrorizing everybody this weekend.
Zach Sherman.
It looks like Zach Sherman's walking off for Vicious now, so it's 4-on-4.
And on your screen, just
bodies
walking off everywhere.
Vicious just losing guys on the Doritos side. There's one player left. Ironman moving down the Doritos and the snake side.
One player left for Omaha Vicious. Major penalty on the Ironmen. I saw a red bird of death on Alex Rodriguez. So they got a major penalty. CC, Chris Catt in the box once again.
And again, why is it Todd Martinez isn't paying attention here?
Yeah, that's unusual for Todd, too.
And Todd concedes the point. And so there's Todd Martinez on your screen, coach and leader of Omaha Vicious. So right now, 4-5, I believe, is going to be the score. And yes, and a major penalty, though, like you guys said, on the Los Angeles Ironmen. So minute and 48 on that penalty. 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go. And again, warning everybody out there, we got weather coming our way again. So, and the reason why I'm warning you guys about this is because how it works is the way the satellite uplink works is that when huge storm clouds with tons of participation come your way, it's a very thick, even though, you know, you look at a cloud, you're like, yeah, whatever, it's just a cloud. But we have to send a satellite uplink through those clouds. Ooh. Yeah, the lightning's starting to come here. And then also when lightning starts to come, for safety reasons, we got to get everybody out and get under shelter. So, and then there is a giant storm cell headed our way. Hopefully the brunt of it won't hit, but it's definitely some rolling thunder heading our way.
Yep.
What can you do but laugh, right?
Something we can do.
What can you do but laugh? But yeah, so again, so you know, when you see these comments online like, oh my God, why is the webcast down? Satellite uplink, kids. When these thick storm clouds hit, unless you have a $1 million satellite dish, then you know, it's just there's nothing you really can do other than batten down the hatches, get everything proofed out to make sure, you know, again, electronics and rain, water don't really mix too much, and this is a very intricate a process we have here to thread this webcast together, bring it to you. So 3 minutes 53 seconds. We're just about to get underway here and get into this. And there you can see the storm coming through. So we're Joliet, so dead center screen up by Chicago. You see all that red?
That's us.
That's us.
So here we go.
Alex Goldman taking the walk in the break. Oh, and also
and Marcel Margot. So
man, they're shooting that lane. They're shooting that lane really good.
Yeah, they finally.
Oh, there goes another one in the face.
Wow, Vicious gets a little bit too aggressive down in the middle of the field, so he gets taken out.
No, they're smoking them down this game. There's only one guy left in the corner. Nope, not anymore. And there goes number 20. Brandon Cornell.
This is going to put Vicious 1 point away from victory here. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Definitely helping that Vicious is on that power play. That major penalty that we saw earlier. Trevor Reeser chalking up some kills, 2 confirmed for him, which gives him a total of 7. Matt Sossman breaking double digits for Vicious, 10 confirmed, and a lot of those, you want to talk about shutting down and neutralizing the offensive threats from the Los Angeles Ironmen. Well, that's coming from Matt Sossman's big gun off the break.
Well, look at Alex Goldman in this match. He's got 2. I think this is probably his lowest that he's had. So, yeah, is that...
Yeah, let me go over this real quick, too.
Yeah, and break it down for us, Chris. Yeah, like
simple.
you're saying about how things are working out to see who's moving on, who's playing a relegation, and et cetera, et cetera.
Let's say theoretically the Ironmen lose this game. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm not saying it is, but let's say it's a possibility.
Yeah,
they're going to go 3-1. They're going to be in regardless. Okay. Right now, Russian Legion or Aftershock is going to go relegation, and Vicious is going to go relegation. Who's going to go in high or low? That's up to them.
What happens if Aftershock beats Impact?
If Aftershock beats Impact, they can beat them 7-0. Right. Aftershock will be 2-2. +2,
okay,
which means they're not going to go in regardless because it's already the Ironman. It's between Impact and Legion who's going to go on, for sure. That's going to happen. Let's say theoretically if Aftershock 7-0 Impact, which is not going to happen, Impact will come out. They'll be 2-2 at 0, which means which means Russian Legion will go on. If Shock beats up on Impact 7-4, then they're going to be +3. Shock is 2-2 -2. They're out. They're just not going to play for relegation. I mean, they're going to play for relegation. And then Impact will be 2-2 +4. But head-to-head, they beat Moscow Red Legion, so they're going to go on. So if Shock beats Impact, Impact just has to stay within 3. That's all that has to happen for them to go on. That's all. I mean, that's the only thing that can save Moscow Red Legion. Well, at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and we've seen some crazy stuff happen.
We've seen crazy stuff, and the crazy thing about it is that all those different possibilities will play out in the next game if we can get it in here.
Yeah. Right. If this game can end.
Yeah, if this game can end. Well, we'll see. So 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. We might have to take a break after this match. We might be able to get midway through the match. It's all up to God at this point. So
that's so true, though.
Yes, it is.
Here we go.
And on the breakout, here comes the Ironmen. Losing one in the break. That's number
Vicious.
31. Trevor Reeser taking the walk, and here comes down the snake all the way. That's Toe Camel. Toe Camel going to work. Ironman not losing his soul, but I still have one in the box for another minute. And Toe Camel
moving down the snake. So
I love how HD makes it look so bright out here. Because it's kind of dark on the field.
The wonders of technology.
It is. That HD feed is just amazing.
Yeah, and thank you guys for purchasing the webcast. Again, every dollar, penny of your pay-per-view buys goes directly into our production budget. We're trying to do the best we can over here, keep fantasy alive, keep stats alive, and keep bringing you this amazing webcast, in my humble opinion.
And Nate Schrader gets eliminated, and Vicious is losing another player. Looks like Parker Rosenthal, so it's Brian Bordeaux looks like by himself now. And Todd concedes, keeps them in the penalty, looks like for 19 seconds.
And makes it a little closer here. 5-6 is going to be the score.
And continues this game. But, hey, Ironmen are battling here, and, hey, they want to go in number 1 seed, 4-0, 1 point down, 2:24 left. Hey.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, no, and again, and with the way that the Ironman's year has been playing out, they haven't had to play relegation games, but they haven't played Sunday yet. So for them to make Sunday, which they are, Chris, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're making Sunday for sure, and to go in as the number 1 seed, winning every game, a lot of this is mental, guys. Most of it actually is. So let's check this out here, and you see diving in there. There's Toke trying to come out and look for the overslide. Toke's going to raise his gun. There's the overslide.
Holy cow.
And he's going to try to dig back. So Toke's gunned up on him and just flat out misses him.
That was awesome. He was so far out there. Man, Toke's going to hear about that one.
Yeah, especially because it's in HD.
I know, right?
Well, hey, Toke missed a shot, but then immediately tried to look for another one because he knew it was going to take a little bit of time for, I think that was Sherman, to get collected over there in the corner. Was that Sherman or Rosenthal? I think it was Sherman.
That was Sherman.
Yeah, so regardless, the stage right now, what's going on the field, 5-6 is the score. Still about 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. And these guys trying to determine who's going to win this match. Still 19 seconds left on that penalty for the Ironmen. And Vicious not able to take advantage of the power play on that last one, but they still have 19 seconds. And again, like we talk about, Rab, all the time, when you lose one body off the break, may not seem like much, but that's 20% of your firepower. And as we well know, regardless of the layout, off the break shots are always key, and they've definitely played a big factor here.
And they haven't. Here we go. 4 seconds about to start. 19 left on the penalty. So let's see if the Ironman can tie this game back up.
I saw a big old hit on Zach Sherman's loader. They didn't really wipe off too well. Hopefully it hasn't cost him.
Here we go. Look, all the Ironmen are alive.
Oh, Alex Goldman cannot head check in fast enough. He gets shot in the head. That means Vicious or Ironmen lose their big offensive weapon over here on the Snake side. So let's see if the Ironmen can fight back from that. 2 minutes, just 2 minutes left.
And he gets out of the penalty box as well. So it's 4 Ironmen back out there. 150 left in the game. Ironmen are moving down to the Dorito side now, and he gets eliminated. So Alex Rodriguez is out now, gets eliminated. So it's 3 Ironmen left. 1 minute, 40 seconds left.
Yeah, time is ticking off. The Ironmen trying to go 4-0 here. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 4-0 if they win this one. Marcelo Margot able to get out to the back corner bunker, but time is ticking off. You know, if they want to win, then he's going to have to get out of there eventually. But the Vicious, with the bodies they have left alive, 5 bodies left alive for them.
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They don't need to. All they need to do is just let that time expire, and we're heading to just about a minute left. And there's Marcelo Margot rolling his gun down that sideline, keeping that pressure up. But Vicious, you know, they're not pushing. I think we probably are going to see this game go 6-5. Victory Vicious.
Yeah, 55 seconds left. Unless Marcelo gets down here, but again, Vicious has five players alive, and they have everything crossed up and locked down right now. So. Ironman is starting to move up to the Dorito side a little bit.
Yeah,
I just don't know if there's enough time. There's too many bodies to run into, and you don't want to start running around like a maniac getting penalties. Here comes Vicious into the Snake just to make sure that, hey, if you want to come in here, I'm here waiting for you. 20 seconds left, and you're right, Matt. It looks like this one's going to end 6-5. But Ironman completed their first goal. Let's get to Sunday. And that's their first goal. They did it. And for Vicious now, getting a win going to tomorrow's relegation game, hey, that's what you need, man. You don't want to go in 0-4.
Well, again, you're beating Ironman. The Ironmen are 3-0 at this point. Now they're about to be 3-1. But it just, again, it proves that Vicious can beat anybody if they come and play their game. So that's the lesson for Vicious to take home.
And going into that game tomorrow, hey, you got to win. We could do this, guys. We don't want to go back down the challenger. So congrats to Ironmen, 3-1. They're playing tomorrow. We don't know who they're playing yet. Because as Chris is saying, there's still a little bit of chaos that can play out here,
Yeah,
and he has a little more information here.
Now that this is over, Ironmen are 3-1 +3. Vicious is 1-3 -9. They're definitely going to go in a relegation game. The only way that this can go down is if Shock 7-0's Impact. They'll be 2-2 +2. Impact will be 2-2 +0, which means that
Russian
Shock,
Legion would move on.
Russian Legion and Shock Russian Legion and Shock, because they take the top 2. Correct?
No, well, if Shock and Legion are both 2-2, Ironman already in.
Ironman.
So only,
right.
well, so it's either going to be.
They got to be 2-2.
Well, Legion's 2-2 right now.
Right.
So they're 2-2. What, +4?
+4. So Shock's got to be 2-2. They can't be 2-2 +5. It's impossible.
Okay.
But what they can do is they can actually knock out Impact by 7-0ing them or 7-1ing them.
Which we've seen it happen.
Because Impact will be 2-2 +1 or 2-2 +0. I mean, Impact has got to be at least 2-2 +4.
So is it one of those which would send Aftershock on? Ironmen, again,
Right.
are in for sure.
Right. They got to stay within 3. That's all that's got to happen.
Yeah.
Impact.
Impact has to stay
If Impact
within
loses,
3.
they got to stay within 3 points. If they don't, then they're going to get relegated. Then they're not going to.
Then they're going to be playing in the relegation game.
No, they're going to. Yeah, they're playing the relegation game, but it's going to be Ironmen and Legion then.
If they get 7-0'd.
If they're not within 3 points, they're going to be 2-2 +3, which means they'll be behind Russian Legion, right?
No, Russian Legion's +4. Yeah,
they'll be behind. So, like I said, they got to stay within 3. That's pretty much the gist of it for Impact.
And again, you're looking at what's coming our way. It's pushing east. We're in Joliet, and you see the little baby blue stuff there, and all that red coming our way, and the red is starting to formulate and push town towards us. So hopefully it will just shy north. You can see that little gap there. Hopefully we can skate through that gap. So if you're Indian, please do a little anti-rain dance for us.
Go wash your car.
A little drought dance. Anyway, let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks, Maddie. I'm here with Zach Sherman from Vicious. Congratulations, you guys did just win that match. I know it was a rough weekend for you guys, but you did just beat the team who's been performing the best all weekend long. So coming into this weekend, did you guys feel like this was going to be a field layout that really played up to your strengths, and were you kind of surprised by your performance?
I don't know. We knew we were going to have. Well, we knew if we went out and executed our game plan that we were going to do well in this field. Unfortunately, it took until the 4th game today for us to actually execute what we were trying to do. So we haven't really changed our game plan or anything on this field, but we just did our jobs today.
What was preventing you from doing your jobs? What were the mistakes that you guys were making?
Just little things like half step here or there, getting the timing wrong, not shooting people off the break. Not shooting people off the break was a big thing, and then we were getting shot a lot. So once we made it alive to our spots and we're shooting a couple people, the rest of it was easy.
I'm sure every time you play a field, you learn a little bit more about it, or you figure something new out about it. As you were playing over the weekend and trying to make different moves, did you guys figure anything out about the field that you didn't know before coming here this weekend?
Send more bodies to the snake, I guess.
Yeah, that is definitely important. All right, guys, we are going into our last match of the day. Congratulations to Vicious for pulling out that win against Ironman. It was a serious grinder. Next up, we're going to have Impact versus Aftershock. Aftershock definitely needs and wants this win, so we'll see if they can pull it out.